Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Hello, Saints, and welcome back to Wakefulness Theology. My name is Messenger Paula, and this is just a quick confirmation video. God is so wonderful. God is so good that well, so far, He has been giving me confirmations almost directly after each important video. So today is no different. What you see here on the screen, I'll put it full screen. I was editing the last video I just did, which was part 2 of the secret timeline in Numbers, the book of Numbers, and here it was at 56:48 minutes, so I'll play that for you guys, where it was at the end of the video and where I was saying rapture and the falling away. Let's see what I was talking about. I forget which number is the falling away, oh my goodness, and then the appearance of, you know, the Antichrist that we have to fight. And I mean, it just seems like I'm gonna stop here with this video because I don't have answers. I was saying, look at it. It looks like it's talking about the rapture being in 2033, and I was saying that it was somewhere. It looks like it's saying, if it's true, that it's somewhere between after I think 20. It was after 2030, so April 2031. After that point and before April 2034, I guess. So it has to be, it's the Hebrew calendar, April, and it has to be between after 30 and before 33. So I was saying something like that. And there was a problem with my iTunes. So as soon as I said it, my iTunes just kept popping up. And then this came on. As soon as I said what I just said, something like, I think it's the rapture or something, this came on.
Track 8, exercise 53.4. Right.
It was like, but the way that it happened, the thing came on by itself, and it said, I think this is talking about the rapture, and it should be between this and this, and then it came on and said, right, really loud, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's strange, right? Because my iTunes was closed. So I stopped the track, went to my settings, forced close iTunes, closed it, and continued recording. And just at that point where I just showed you guys, because I took a screenshot, you see right here where the circle, it says 1 hour 8 minutes and 48 seconds. So the track happened again, and I noticed that it said 10:08. So it's the same number as the same minute. So, okay, I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm editing the last video, and exactly at the point where I said, I think this might be talking about the rapture, my iTunes automatically came on by itself, and it said, right. And it startled me. I shut the iTunes. I continued editing, and then at this time, 58:48 is exactly when the iTunes popped open again with the same number of the length of my video and then this came on. You guys, you wanna it's gonna freak you out. I'm just telling you right now. Listen to what played, because I think what I was talking about here was I think I was saying in 2033, you're either going to be of light and if you don't have the light in you, you're dark. So if you're not doing the work and, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing for Yeshua Hamashiach at that time, you will be dark. Okay, so that's right there is when this track came up. And I believe what it's saying, I'm going to play it for you because this is crazy. Listen to what popped up by itself on my iTunes at that very moment with the same number 108, which is the same time, the same length of the video to confirm that this was not a freak accident. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this.
Tape script 10.8. Jim, who ran away from his nurse and was eaten by a lion. There was a boy whose name was Jim. His friends were very good to him. They gave him tea and cakes and jam and slices of delicious ham and read him stories through and through and even took him to the zoo. But there it was, the dreadful fate befell him. I now relate. You know, at least you ought to know, for I have often told you so, that children never are allowed to leave their nurses in a crowd. Now, this was Jim's especial foible. He ran away when he was able, and on this inauspicious day he slipped his hand and ran away. He hadn't gone a yard when, bang! With open jaws, a lion sprang, and hungrily began to eat the boy, beginning at his feet. Now, just imagine how it feels when first your toes and then your heels and then by gradual degrees your shins and ankles, calves and knees are slowly eaten, bit by bit. No wonder Jim detested it. No wonder that he shouted, "Hi!" The honest keeper heard his cry. Though very fat, he almost ran to help the little gentleman. "Ponto!" he cried with angry frown. "Let go, sir! Down, sir! Put it down!" The lion having reached his head, the miserable boy was dead.
He was dead.
When nurse informed his parents, they were more concerned than I can say. His mother, as she dried her eyes, said, "Well, it gives me no surprise. He would not do as he was told." His father, who was self-controlled, bade all the children round attend to James's miserable end, and always keep a hold of nurse, for fear of finding something worse.
Guys, listen to that. The lion is Satan, okay? The nurse, I don't know if the nurse is Jesus or the angels or God, the Father, but obviously our protector. And it's saying at this time in the video when I was talking about the rapture and all of that, and I was saying I don't know the consequence, about having to go around in the wilderness again for 40 years as it was talking about in the Bible story. And this popped up to tell me what the consequence is. You get eaten by the lion starting from the feet. What? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? What are the odds? It is confirmation. Y'all, I mean, the believers, I just had to show you guys right away that happened. That is confirmation of my last video, okay? God is giving us a serious warning here about that time frame, these years, the last page, so that's 33, 32, 31, 30. So from 31, April 31 to April, it's hard to count that way. I guess it's April 34 because that would be the end of 33. There is like, you got it together at that time and you're going to be with Jesus, or you're going to get eaten by the lion. It is black or white, man. Wow. Okay, so that was that confirmation. And while I'm here, really quickly, let me give you the confirmation for the Oculus video. So I did the Oculus video, and we already had a confirmation about that, but this is another one. Let's look at it. This is the end of part 2, because I had, the first version was like 2 hours long and everybody was complaining about it being too long. So I re-edited it and I cut out some parts to make it shorter, and then I cut it into 2 parts. So this is the second part that I re-uploaded at the end. So let's listen to that.
His communication was interfered with, and he couldn't get to the Holy Spirit. back home. So in the end, the last thing you see is observations, called mom. This is what freaked me out the most. Not the most, but freaked me out. This is one of the ways to number the lines. I told you that Fox is 666 because you have FOX, Fox, right? So mom, you have M is 4, and then O, 404. Of course, this could be 464. I didn't feel like doing that because I feel strongly that it's 404. Because you don't have to do
So
something.
this is confirmation that I was right about the 404.
404 is the error message, meaning not found in the computer network communications.
Not found.
To indicate that the client was able to communicate with a given server, but the server could not find what was requested. So it's pretty much a broken or dead link. That's what happened to him. When he took the Oculus, the mushroom implant, he became 404. He became a broken link. What did I say? You see, the devil with this internet stuff, this computer stuff, is trying to imitate God. God don't need this hardware. He is all things. His name is Pi. So when you accept that technology, you are breaking off the link with the Most High. This is serious. This is not faith. This is what it is.
Okay, so there I was saying that it was my opinion how I understood it, that mom in the video at the end, it was meaning 404 when it was we talked in that video, we were talking about it being backwards and upside down, and sometimes it was the Holy Spirit and sometimes it was Sophia, the Queen of Heaven. But in that particular part, I was saying it was 404, and that means you're spiritually dead and disconnected from God. So pretty much everything I talked about in this video, and if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch part 1 and 2 or the original version, because it is super, super important. Because in the timeline I was just talking about in Numbers, the Nephilim and all that stuff, it's connected with this Oculus situation. Okay, so the deception and everything, and the lion eating you that was in that recording I just played, has something to do with this Oculus stuff. So you should definitely make sure you're clear about it and your family members are clear. So I was trying to watch TV the other day. I can barely watch TV anymore because, when you know too much and you can see too clearly, then everything is, I just spend my time trying to find God, and it's very difficult to find God in this society because it's completely overrun by demons and devils, and it's just wicked and just getting worse and worse every day. But I still try to find something to watch when I have a chance. And I fell upon this TV show, and I went to see what it was about because it was 404, Dimension 404. This is from Hulu. Please I hope you don't watch these shows or let your children watch these shows. But let's look what it says here.
Gonna suck. This is gonna suck.
Those are the Oculus glasses.
Warning. Your connection to reality has suddenly quit.
Yep.
Now
It said your connection to reality has suddenly quit. What did I say? You disconnected from the Most High God, right?
connecting. In the darkest depths of cyberspace, there is a lost dimension, home to wonders unseen, terrors unspeakable, and stories unlike any ever told. Do not click back. Do not reload. You have been reconnected to Dimension 404.
Dimension 404, what did I say? Your link is dead, disconnected from God.
It's like watching Star Wars for the first time.
Good morning. We need to go back to the moment this all began.
When you drink Impulse 9, you're stretching time.
At Make a Match, we believe there's someone out there for everyone.
I watch out for that thing.
Dimension 404.
Of course, they have the one eye symbolism with the O, of course. They can't help themselves. So, yeah, that is definitely confirmation that I was correct at the end of the last video saying that mom was decoded as 404, meaning when you take that mark of the beast, that technology, that medical, it will be a medical procedure, and it looks like they're saying for the moment that it's going to be implanted in the back of your neck. I don't know if that's true. But that's what that's what the messages are saying, and the moment you take that, you will be disconnected from God. You will lose your soul. You will be spiritually dead. And if you want to know what that means, watch the Oculus video that I just told you about, and they show what that means in the Black Mirror season 3 episode 2. You watch that, and that is what that means at the end when he's in that horror house. That's what that means. And for many years, I had those nightmares before I was reconnected with Yeshua Hamashiach, before I was turned right side up, before I was reconciled with the Father. I had nightmares about that dang on haunted house. And I want to tell you, that is not someplace you want to be ever, not in a nightmare, and definitely not for eternity. Okay, so this is real. This is not religious situation. This is not a faith-based situation. This is real, meaning you don't have to believe in it for it to happen to you. You don't have to believe in God or the devil, and this is still going to happen to you. So you need to, if you do not know Yeshua Hamashiach as your Lord and Savior, I pray that you find him. I pray that you question everything I'm saying, and you get on your knees and you say, Holy Father, if it's true, if this woman is what she's saying is true, are you there? Can you show yourself to me so that I'll know it's true? And find out, because ignorance in 2033, between 2031 and 2033, when this goes down, ignorance is not an excuse. It is not going to work. Okay? In that story, Jim was a kid. It don't matter if you know or believe or not. It's going to happen. And you're going to have a choice to make, just like in the story of the spies. Choosing, are you going to go up to the land or are you not? So there you go. I just wanted to tell you guys that I had confirmation, and I'm sorry. I know I'm pretty aggressive and everything. I'm just flipped out. I'm really kind of it's strange. It's funny for those who are do have your Roger. If you look up 108 and then 48, I think it means not disagreeable. What does it mean? So 108 in Roger means discontent, and 48 means hearing. So this is exactly what it says in the breakdown of the verses that I was doing here, of the letter lines, because it says, I don't know in which number, but it was talking about you have news, or you have been given secret information, hidden information, but you're not happy with it. You're discontent because it's good news and bad news. Pretty much the good news is milk and honey land, and then the bad news are giants or whatever. So this is saying exactly, it is telling us what the discontent, the news is that is going to make us discontent hearing. That's what it is. It's this. Listen again, church. You guys got to understand, this is real. Even some Christians, you believe in God or whatever, but you don't really, not really, because if you understood how real it is, your life would change overnight. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you very, very soon. I'm working on the third part of the series, and I hope to get that out to you this weekend, early next week, as soon as possible. These are urgent times we're living in, and God is urgently trying to reach out to us and give us direction and clarity and understanding, so that we will not be deceived in the last days, and that so His will be done. So bless you. I hope you had a good day, and talk to you soon. Mwah. Shalom.